Welcome back to the channel. Well, I don't know if you guys, let's see if I get you out of the glare here. I might get on the other side, but if you saw a short video I uploaded not too long ago, brought up the 4-star finally. I do have the other hood, just in case you're wondering. I'll just bring it up after a bit. First glance, I'd have to say this is a 4-star, not super. Couple things: no power steering, does not have the, we'll call them deluxe fenders. It does have a longer throttle shaft here, but I don't know if that's an original one because it kind of feels like a bolt. Interesting to say the least there. I'll run the serial number in a minute for you. It does have dual hydraulics, that's kind of cool. No drawbar, but I think I have the drawbar with my pile of parts I have out back. Just draining the oil out. I had the exhaust covered, but there was quite a bit of water in here, so we're gonna let that drain out first, and we're gonna take the side plate off before we get too crazy. But I do have the chrome hood hood pieces here that go on the hood, which would be a super. So it could be a combination of, or I don't know for sure. We'll run the serial number real quick for you. Today I'm not gonna do, well, I am gonna work on this, but I'm gonna work on that farm all, which will be all this video will be about this tractor. I am working on the farm all today too. I did pull it up too with my ZBU. This is kind of a handy tractor too, but this has been in quite a few videos already. But anyways, back to the 4-star. Needs seat cushions. They are non-existent. This is broke on both sides as normal. Usually at least one of those are broken. Does have the original third link. It's been fixed. Let's see what else. These aren't broken, but normally they are, but I'm sure they're seized up, so I don't know. Tires have good tread, but they are old, that's for sure. Another set of wheel weights on it. Rims are excellent. Yeah, Jake was noticing when we pulled up here. Nice little farmer fix here. This is his starter. You can start it with your foot instead of bending over, so that's kind of neat. You just push down on that. That's a good one. I might leave that. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of cool. This isn't the right rod right there. It normally has a pull start, just like the Big Mo, which I've said before, but in case you're new to the channel, my Big Mo industrial loader is the base tractor is a 4-star. So yeah, so this one I think it's bronze metallic would be the, this is more bronze metallic than the Dyna Brown. I can see a metallic sheen to it. Body, then the sheet metal would be Prairie Gold 2. So yeah, interesting. So the motor is loose. The last time we checked, I am going to change the oil in it, but like I said earlier in this video, we are going to take that side plate off here. Just we'll clean everything out of there really well. I'm going to leave these spark plugs in. These wires don't look awesome, but we'll leave them in for now, and we'll change them. We'll just do little things at a time to this one. I need a air breather hose for this one too, it looks like. Got a lot of extra wires on here. This must be for the lights. Yeah, for the lights dash, not the original dash. So yeah, this will have to get changed out sometime. So yeah, we'll work on this too. It does have the steering center there, that's kind of cool. So yeah, none of them are the oil pressure, amp, and water. It does have the tack drive here, and somebody has put a an alternator on here instead of a factory generator, which that will stay. I mean, if it's any good, is what I'm getting at. So, yeah. One of these is broke off, I see, which is not abnormal. Ooh, got another couple of them clasps. What do we got here? Oh, now I can butter my bread. Sweet. So, all right. Yeah. PTO snaps in and out. Okay. This is again a 206 cubic inch motor in these. Yeah, I would have to say this is a not super 4-star. Just by looking at it. Front end looks pretty decent. I don't like the front tires. Those got to go. They can find a new home or be recycled or whatever. So, okay. All right. Well, let me grab my. Let's check the ample torque real quick here, just to see if she snaps. Yeah. It's got snap, but not as awesome snap as I'd like to see on it. Which we can adjust that. Oh, just looking her over here. That lever needs the knobs on her. That's all right. Yeah, these are a neat tractor as well. Some people think they're kind of, you know, ugly or alien looking, but yeah, I don't know. When they're fixed up nice, painted, they look good. That's not original, but lots of farmer fixes. So yeah, we'll get working on this one too, as well as the Farmall A. I want to get that done. That is getting close to done. Getting quite done. So here, I'll show you real quick, but we're gonna go back to working on that Moline in this video. So here you go. All right, so hydraulics are on, fenders are on, pedals are all back on. A few places to touch up, but yeah, seats next, and the gas tank and all the steering stuff. Then there's not a whole lot left after that other than wheels and tires. So yeah, those are in the process, we'll say. So okay, let's go see what serial number this one is. Okay, let's see what year this is. All right, so 16600. Is that 822? Is that right? 0822. I think that's what that says. All right, let's look her up. 0822 makes the first year 1959. First year. So the 4-star gas, at least, was made 1959 through 1963, and looks like they made 2,537 of them. In the gasoline, this list here does not separate gasoline and LP gas, just calls it gas. Diesels, at one time I knew where number 2 4-star diesel was. Had a chance to buy it, but anyways, they only made those from 1960 to 1962 and only made 97 of those. So yep. So if you get a 4-star diesel, that's not a lot, not a very common tractor. So, and here's the Big Mo 500s, which is the same as this 4-star. Were made 1960 to 1966. I don't remember what year mine is. I think it's a 62 or 3 if I remember correctly. Only I made 881 of those. So, yeah, I owned a Big Mo 400 military once. Probably should have kept that. I've owned a few Jetstar. Yeah, Jetstar 2s. They only made them 1 year. Yep. All right, let's get back at this. We're gonna take that side plate off before I get too excited. Okay, well, the sun's going down, so maybe won't be so glary around here for you. So, okay, well, we're gonna take the side cover off. We learned our lesson on that ZA about this, so that's what we're gonna do. I got a magnetic tray right there. This one I do have a gasket for this cover, so let's see see if we get this oil line out of the way first. Oop, that's close to the washer that stayed on there. Oop, oop, and right in the oil. I'm just gonna move that oil too. Let's see if I can see it. I'm trying to move the oil out of the way. Nope. Nope, I'm just gonna do it. The oil feels kind of warm. Where'd it go? There it is. I found it. Okay. Of course, I didn't bring a rag over here. Okay, let me go grab one or two or 14. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's unhook this oil line too. That way we can get that out of the way too. So this is oil pressure line. Oh, yeah. There we go. I do have a filter here already. For this, I've got quite a few of the, I think it's 51189, I think it is. I just looked it up. Wix has an app for your phone that you can look up a lot of different applications, and it'll tell you for this tractor engine oil, air filter, and hydraulic oil filter. Okay. Oop. We'll put that bucket underneath there, let that drip out too. I have no idea when the last time this tractor ran as well. It was sitting in the barn when I got it, so that's a good thing. So today is Thursday, July 25, I think. So I'm off a day, whatever. But tomorrow we are heading down to Illinois in the afternoon to that show. I won't be at the show tomorrow, I'm sure. That's about 8 hours away. I already gave the boys a bunch of stuff they can do around here, what to get done, and if they have time. So I also told them no parties. They laughed. My kids aren't the type to do that, but I wasn't either. I had too many responsibilities when I was a kid. That, and I was scared of my mom and dad. So, but like I say, me and, you know, I'm sure stuff went on, but oops, that wasn't my thing. So ouch, it bit me. Okay, well, at least that's getting it out of the way though. That's nice. I always had to be home by midnight anyways. That was my mom and, or at least my dad's rule, mom and dad's rule, but something's fell. Oh, another clamp for the, or clip for the oil doohickey here. So yeah, we got I got something else special planned for the trip, but I'll let you know about that when it happens, or you know, shortly after. So something interesting. So yeah, it's coming into my busy show season. I like going to shows, but I don't necessarily like taking tractors to shows. You know what I'm saying? I said it before, but mostly because don't have time to, stay there all weekend or multiple days most of the time, right at the show, or, to, babysit the tractor or whatever. So that's my thing. A lot of people do it, but I just seems like I've always got something else going on that we got to get home to or whatever. I mean, there's a, even our hometown show it's decent size. I shouldn't say hometown, our local show. It's not in my hometown, but our local show is decent size, and it's usually good tractors too. Let's see if I get this one out or not. This is, like I said before, this is the tack drive. I'm gonna have to get a wrench to take that one out because it's way too close for the socket to get in there, even though I'm not even using an impact socket. Yep. Okay. All right, I'll be right back with that. I grabbed a screwdriver too while I was out and about. There. Ouch. Sounds like the neighbor's mowing the lawn. Didn't rain today. Sprinkled on us a little bit yesterday, so can't call that yesterday a complete not rain day. But our hay, grassy hay that's out back, looks like it's getting close to a foot tall already. It's been a good year for growing hay. Maybe not so good for taking off hay, but yeah. What do you do, right? So I don't know what's worse, a dry year or too wet a year. Because it seems like when you have a wet year, not everything dies. Usually in your lower areas, it depends on the time of year too. Like right now, corn can take a lot of water, but we're in the area where there's a lot of dry beans. And for those who don't know what a dry bean is, it's just another term for an edible bean, which would be like your navy bean, your black turtle beans. There's cranberry beans. There's pinto beans, garbanzos. There's just all kinds of edible beans. And an edible bean, it would be a bean that would be, you wash it off, you can eat it. It's not normally not processed into something else. So, or I mean, it can be, but the main thing is it isn't. I guess I could have left that on there, but is that turning? Yep, that's a good drive. So we could put a tack on here, or not. All right. There's the drive gear there. I don't know what you're seeing, but anyways, normally they're planted, later in the year. I can remember planting, turtle beans July 4th. Black turtle beans. They like it dry and hot. Hence the word dry bean. But they don't need a whole lot of water. So, and then if we get towards the end of everything, they can mold and and die off too. But just saying. I think there's actually still some wheat around here, not off yet. Guys didn't get it off yet because of the weather. And but boy, a lot of corn, a lot of beans are looking good. There's a few spots, where it grounded out. Probably nowhere near as bad. I was talking. I don't know if I told you the guys this or not. I was talking to a friend of mine in Minnesota, and he knows a local farmer that farms 24,000 acres, and they figure they lost half of it. So that's 12,000 acres of crop. That's a lot. That's a lot of, potential income. But I guess that's what you pay insurance for. But normally, the insurance doesn't pay nowhere near as much as what you would actually get on a good year, you know, a normal year. So, all right, let's I don't know if I can get this up and out of the way on this. Well, maybe it's all right. I might have to. This has a cork gasket on it. I can see that already too. I might have to grab a hammer. Maybe. I can get behind it here. This gasket I don't give a rip about because I have another one. All right. Well, let me grab a hammer. And in my area too, they grow a lot of sugar beets, and I'm sure they can suck a lot of water too right now. They're huge. I've seen some really big sugar beets. There's some potatoes around here. There's some potato farmers around here. I'm sure they saved on their irrigation bill. This is a steel, a pressed steel cover here, unlike the Z's where they're cast. This one here will flex a little bit without going ping, but definitely gonna need a new gasket. And this one does not have a bolt in the center for the oil, where the oil pump is. Did I tell you what? Somebody glued that gasket to it, so that's okay. All right. I'm just trying to be gentle. Not ram me. Oh, I guess I should have probably went up with it. Okay, we gotta do a lot of cleaning. That I can see. Okay. All right. I don't want to show you this, but I will. Okay. She's had some water in it. I've had the exhaust covered, and I don't know if it was getting in through here, through that through the tack drive, you know, because that's quite rusty right there. So that would be my guess. Yeah, we definitely got to do some cleaning here. Lots of yuck. Nowhere. I mean, it's watery. You know, water and oil don't mix all that well. But we are definitely. This was a good thing to take this off. That cam has got some rust on it too, but that might shine up after it runs a little while. Yeah, it's not really pitted, it's surface rust, you know, like, but it's not pitted. Oh, mosquito, what are you doing here? Okay, well, I'm gonna get some cleaner and do some cleaning, so I'll be back. Well, cleaning hasn't gone so well. I got some carb cleaner. I'm out of brake cleaner. Brake cleaner seems to do a lot better job. I could mix up some diesel and whatever and spray in there, but I just, for S&G's, I'm going to try to turn it over. This, when we parked it, it was still loose, but right now she feels kind of tight. So I'm going to pop the plugs out and spray some Freol in there. Mosquito. And let her sit for a little while with that in there. I don't know, we might end up putting new plugs in this thing anyways too. Let's see what kind of plugs it has. But so I guess, man, I'm pretty sure that's how that water got in there, was into that tack drive. So you got a tractor sitting outside the tack drive off. You got the exhaust covered, that's good, but maybe you should cover up the tack drive too, it looks like. So it's been sitting out there for, oh, let's see, a good long while. So probably pretty close to a year. So this tractor's never been inside since I've owned it, so I've had the hood on it, but apparently that didn't shed enough water on there. So hopefully somebody learned something there. All right, there's at least these plugs we can get it out. Let's see, which ones are they? Well, no, why doesn't that want to turn? Come back out of there. Oh, I'm sure that's good for the plug. Oh, mosquitoes are getting bad. All right. Well, this plug definitely isn't going to be any good. Whoa, okay. All right, now how did water get in the cylinder? Oh boy, this changes everything. And it has the hood on it too. I just don't understand it. And it looks like water. There's no antifreeze in it. I don't know. That one kind of looks like a little wet too. All right. Well, we did good on the other tractors, but maybe not so good on this one. So, interesting here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's water right to the top of that cylinder. See it dripping right out of there? I didn't even spray anything in there yet. Wonder if I can blow some air in there and blow that out. I don't know. I'm blowing this in there. This is number 2 cylinder and it's up. So that is a bummer. Okay, well, we're gonna let it sit for a while. I got to get that cleaned out of there. Regardless, yeah, if this one needs an overhaul, we'll have to do some thinking on this one then. I've got other projects like, putting a tune up, new spark plugs and points and condensers and coils and wires and all that such. That's one thing, a gasket here. But overhauling this tractor, yeah, for a minute, we're gonna wait. So if that, we'll get to that point too. Let me get it cleaned up first and just double check she's loose. Gonna have to clean up this cam gear. Hopefully that's just surface rust and we can just wire wheel it, get that cleaned up, and get it running, get it rolling over and go from there. So all right, well, I think I'm gonna stop here, but skeeters are getting bad. So all right, well, like I said before, if you see me in one of these upcoming shows, please don't be afraid to come up and say hi. Even if I'm filming, I could always edit it. If you don't want to be on film or whatever, you're not a bother, just so you know. I enjoy talking to every one of you if I can. So anyways, all right, well, appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you in the next one.